Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is True of True Oracle Tarot. Today we're doing readings for Sunday, October 19th to Saturday, October 25th. Please choose a number that calls out to you. Hold a number in your head. I'll give you a few seconds and we'll proceed with the reading. Okay. For stack one, the first card is the Page of Pentacles. The second is the Ten of Wands. The page represents new beginnings, a new journey. We have the Eight of Swords, card number 3. Note that each stack consists of 7 shuffle cards. I have not seen the cards. I just pulled them and stacked them for you. We have the Eight of Wands for card 4. Four of Cups for card 5. The Page of Wands for card 6. And lastly, the Ace of Pentacles. Note, the Page of Pentacles signifies messages of good news, and particularly finances. It could be a new job, a promotion. It can also mean inheritance, even a loan that you've been waiting for, or something that you didn't thought you were going to get. It also signifies new beginnings, especially in matters of learning. So if you're picking up a journey on, if you're doing new school, new classes, certification, something to enhance your current position. This is good. Good things would come from this new journey. It signifies youthful energy, curiosity, and a willingness to learn and grow, which is really good because it also is bringing in finances, it's bringing in more money. So it could be something that a journey that requires, like, for instance, welding, right? You want to be a welder, you need to get the certification. You're doing the certification for welding, or college, it may not necessarily mean that we don't know the information. It just means that we need that piece of paper, the certificate or certification, just to say, yeah, we know it. This person XYZ knows the skill, or has the skill or the information that can lead to the position, which equals more money, right? Same thing with school. Graduating with a degree that says, yeah, this person needs this. Just these other cards here also said, for instance, like the Ten of Wands could be a negative or a positive. It just means, it's saying that you're burdened by this. Page of Pentacles. It's not something you may want to do necessarily, but you have to do it. You know that this is the journey you must go on to increase your finances, to go move to the next level, the next tax bracket, to achieve your goals. Okay. It also, Page of Pentacles also signifies that an increase in material possessions, personal development. Stay focused on your goals, and remember, goals are only goals and dreams are only dreams if you do not act. Okay, these things just don't happen. You have to act, and you have to do the things that create the opportunities that increase the finances. The 10 of Wands, like I said before, it's a negative or positive depending on your outlook. So this journey that you're on, to increase your finances, education wise, or some kind of skill up journey, you're frustrated. It's a burden because it's something additional that's on your plate that you don't necessarily want to do, but you know that you have to do it. It represents hard work, but with a sense of burden. You feel burdened, by the responsibility of this extra task, of this extra action, and it's stressful. It indicates carrying a heavy load because you may not be walking through your life by yourself. You may have a significant other, children, other things that you would like to do or you would like to spend more time with, but is burdened down by this additional step, this additional action you might take, this skill up. The stress is physically, emotionally, and even mentally. It might suggest also that you're taking on too much, and you're feeling overwhelmed by the your current situation because you're responsible for a lot of different people. I mean, even if you don't have people in your life, you have pets, you're so responsible for them. If you're not there, who's playing with them, who's taking care of them, you know? They need personal time too. They need the time. They need, they're living beings. They need touch, attention, love, that sort of thing. You're struggling, you're struggling, but you're pushing on because you're strong and you know that it's something that you need to do. It is a part of your goal, it's a part of your dreams. It's going to take you where you want to be in life, and you're going to push on. Okay, so here and next we have the 8. Remember, this is a journey. These cards represent a journey in your life. Okay, this reading may or may not resonate with you. But remember, in the spirit realm, this a reading, there's no time frame for this. There's no time, does not exist in the spirit realm. It does not exist. Time really doesn't exist in the spirit. It doesn't exist in the spirit realm. This 8 of Swords here is feeling trapped by the situation, or restricted both mentally and emotionally. And it can indicate self-imposed limitations. Remember, limitations. No one has limitations. We place our limitations on ourselves. Yes, there's socioeconomic limitations, but we can overcome that. There's things we can do now, actions we can take in our lives to overcome that. Right? Thanks to technology and communication. The world has gotten smaller through communication, through different modes like TikTok, YouTube, you know, GoFundMe, all these different types of things we have now, tools we have now to our disposal. I know you feel stuck with the situation, and you need to free yourself, but you need to free yourself from negative thought. That's the problem. I mean, negativity and negative thoughts is like an infection. You have to stop it. You have to cut it out. Every time a negative thought, look, even I struggle with this. I'm a human being. We're all human beings. We're conditioned from birth, right? We're conditioned by the world around us. We're conditioned from shows we see by other people, things we glance at going to school or work. We're conditioned by everything around us, so we must break free of it. Every time you have a negative thought, think about something positive. Five things positive if you can. Look back into your life and pick a times that you love, that you if you went on vacation, you have a child growing up, how beautiful it was holding his or her hand, taking them to the park, playing with them. Or if you have an animal, you're playing with your animal, your pet, and so on. Or even with your parents and friends, times that you have. Take time also, set your alarm if you can, during the day, maybe 3 times a day, per day if you can, for a few minutes, and clear your head and just meditate and think about where you want to be, not the journey, right? This represents a journey. This is not us. This is not our lives. This is just a journey, okay? We are at point A. We want to get to point B. This here is the journey. That's all it is, right? This is not forever. So think about where you want to be. You want to think about your point B, not this. This is just noise. Okay. The Four of Cups here now often represents deep reflection, hence the meditation. Reflect. It also shows that you're a bit bored. Again, like what I said here, this skill that you're trying to get, this skill up or certification or whatever it is, degree, something for your job, something to get a job, you may know the task, you may know the work already. And that's why you're bored and you're frustrated, because now you have to do it again, relearn something you already know, just to get the piece of paper to say, yeah, this person knows this, right? I get it. A lot of us has been there, but do what you need to do to make your life better. These are the rules that society has placed on us, or the restrictions or limitations society inflicts us with. We must overcome that. And sometimes we rage against it, thinking, why do I need to do this? It's not fair. No, it's not fair. But you know what? We're not the ones running society. Until we can get together as a people and break down those limitations and those things that's keeping us stuck, we must play by their rules and do what we need to do to get ahead. And it's through us getting ahead to our different points in life is what's going to help us to break down these walls that limits us. Okay. The Four Cups also depicts growth. It shows the doors are opening for growth and prosperity. In this reading, it may suggest that you are on the cusp of new financial material opportunity, hence the Page of Pentacles. It's the state of you also have some emotional stagnation going on. You need to. It also shows that there's a possibility that someone's gonna come back from the past. Listen, a lot of things happen to us when we're on our journey to where we want to be, right? People start coming out of nowhere. Friends, they want to hang out. An ex want to come back. They want all of our time. No, no, no. Don't let this be placed in your pot to stop you from going. Listen to me. These things happen for a reason. Don't get distracted, okay? Don't get distracted. The Page of Wands This is why the Page of Wands, this is where the Page of Wands enters, right? It signifies new beginnings, especially in the realm of ideas and communication. Okay. It can also indicate that you are inspired and eager to pursue new projects because you're getting where you want to be. Okay. Um, you're you're through the education, certification, whatever training that you need to go through, you're excited because it's opening new doors. It's like having, for instance, like a Six Sigma, right? Six Sigma, you need that. A lot of jobs need that, like in manufacturing and so on, and you have to have it, right? So it opens new doors. You put that on your resume, boom, it opens a new door for you. Um, so you'll be eager to pursue new projects, new ideas, new collaboration. There's people who's going to want to collaborate with you because you're interesting and you're exciting to other people. And now that you're on their level, because now you have the degree, certification, and training, they have to pay attention to you. They have no choice. They have to acknowledge that you exist. You're on their level. Okay. So explore new possibilities and new opportunities. Stay positive, and it looks like some of you've been looking for employment for a long time, and it could also mean the reason why you're skilling up. Know that if you don't find anything, and I know that you are frustrated, but we're in a state of technology right now. Create your own job. You can do it. For instance, I do coaching, right? I help a lot of people discover their true self, meaning that we limit ourselves, right? And it's performance coaching. It's basically finding who you are, discovering your energy, your superpowers. But you can do this. You can create your own job. You have skills, whether it's talking to people or you're a creator, you crafts, you can build something, create your own means of money. Just create your own job. And lastly, the Ace of Pentacles. This card openly represents new opportunities, abundance. Your journey, your abundance is right there in the Ace of Pentacles. Start of a new cycle in your life, new exciting cycle, you know. In matters in relation to finances and new abundance and material possessions. You'll do fine. Think positive. I know things are rough right now for everybody. Continue on your journey. Know that you will be distracted. This represents a journey. So, say for instance, Page of Pentacles is point A, Ace of Pentacles is point B. This is your point B. This is your journey. Now, as you're going, there's going to be distractions. X comes back, he wants all your attention. You decide that I'll put this, whatever it is, assignment, paper, whatever it is you need to do on the shelf. Yeah, maybe a day, then a day goes into 2 days. 2 days goes into 3 days, and it becomes a week. Don't let that happen. Don't let it happen. It will stagnate you. Okay? Or if you allow anxiety, for instance, sometimes anxiety can freeze a person. It freezes you in place. You know you have all this other stuff to do. You have to do these things, but it frees you because the anxiety and the fear and the unknowing, it just freezes a person. I know how it is. It can be very debilitating if you have to take a day or take a couple hours, take a deep breath, psych yourself out, do what you have to do, but you have to do it. You have to, because you can get stuck on the journey and never make it to point B. There's a lot of people that start and they start off really well and something happens and they're just stuck and they never get to their point B, their point C, their point D, or their point Z. Okay? Don't get stuck. That's your reading, stack 1. I'll pull an energy card for you. Joy. Joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment. Okay? That is your journey. Okay. Stack 2. Page of Cups. The Hierophant. The Lovers. Card 4, you have the Moon. The Nine of Cups. That's a good card. The Fool. And the King of Wands. So here we have the Page of Cups. It represents young energy, creativity, and new beginnings. Pages just means new, young energy. There is a journey filled with emotions. The card often indicates a new phase in relationships. So something new. There's also, it's also telling you to explore your feelings and connections with others on a deeper level. It's a card of potential, a new emotion and experiences, might be a new relationship. And the Hierophant represents tradition, spirituality, search for meaning in one's life. When it's also a desire to explore. Okay, so it could be this new relationship or new beginning, this new journey. It also depicts exploration of spirituality. Okay, we are in a time of a lot of spiritual enlightenment now in this time. A lot of people are being awakened and being called on their true journey. And you're on that journey also, the spiritual journey. Or it can be and philosophical. It's every journey is a learning experience, and no, just always acknowledge that are on a journey of life, from the time we are born to the time we close our eyes and we cease to exist on this realm. We're on a journey. We must continue growth. That is our purpose as human, as beings in this on this planet, is to grow and to continue growing, which is learning, comes with learning. Okay, you may also maybe offering mentorship to some to youths, to younger people or people around you, or training, some type of training program if you're in management or in some, or teacher, or even a volunteer. You're in a position of mentorship or teaching people, others, something. The lovers, all, and moving into the lovers, it means love and relationships, but and in our lives, but just not with a significant other. It could be family members, it could be friends, could be people you even work with. It also depicts choices and harmony and a balance between opposing forces, because you see there's two people, two personalities, two different points of view on life. It also represents a crossroads, right? Because we arrive at the lovers. Now, where do we go? Because you're on your journey through life, right? These cards represent your journey. You're on your journey. You meet this person. Now, what do you do? Because when when we're on a journey, we don't consider other people when we're by ourselves on our journey, right? We go through life and then we meet someone, and we had all these dreams and all these desires and all these goals, and now there's someone else and they're on their journey also, and they have their own ideas, we have our own ideas, we have our own beliefs, etc. So when you discover that, look, this person, you want this person to in your life, you arrive at a crossroads. Because sometimes when we arrive at a crossroads with someone, sometimes our journey is not theirs. Sometimes we're going opposite directions. So this is where you have to make the decision. What do you want to do? Do you want to adjust your goals? Do you want to continue, but then you can't take this person with you because your goals are opposite? Sometimes your views are opposite each other. They're opposing. So that you're at a crossroads, and is something you need to consider, but consider wisely. It also represents temptation also, okay? So if you're already in a relationship, know that it's going to be tough. That temptation for a lot of people is really hard. Work through it. Work through it if you can. It also represents innocence. Be on your guard. Do not allow lust to overpower your good judgment. Okay? Moving on to the moon. The moon is a card of dreams, as you can see. All right, the little girl looking into the moon, looking up at the moon. It brings a sense of mystery and intuition, hence the spiritual journey that you're on as well. The mystery and intuition, subconscious desires, and we're all ruled, believe it or not, by our subconscious. So let's not allow our subconscious to pick our lives, because it's what makes it controls us. And I hate that it does. It controls us in aspects of fear and judgment and other things. Also, don't let groupthink overtake you, or tribalism. Okay. Okay. It's the moon also suggests that not everything is as it seems. Okay. Not everything is as it seems. There may be hidden emotions or a situation that need exploring. Hence the Lover's card. Okay. This card is also it's encouraging you, or encourages one to trust one's instinct, and go deeper. Go deeper into your psyche, to the layers of your psyche. Okay. Because sometimes we're so busy trying to learn other people and understand them and discover them, and we don't even know ourselves, right? We don't know what drives us. We think we do. Most people are like, well, money drives me. I wake up every day and I go to work and I hustle and I hit the floor, the pavement, and I'm doing it. But who are we really? Who are you really? Do you know yourself? Do you understand yourself? Do you know what drives you? Do you know what you stand for? Do you know what you're fighting for in life? Right? Understand yourself. And then understanding other people will be very easy. It also symbolizes a sense of confusion. As you can see, she's just standing there staring at the moon. Although it's mystical. It's confusion, living in your own head or own world. Sometimes we do. We live in our own world. We think things are going a certain way, and it's really not that bad. Because we're stuck in our fear, right? Our subconscious is ruling us. It's literally has us stuck in fear. Has you stuck in fear. Let's let that not happen. Discover who you are. Discover your superpowers. Snap out of it, okay? There are others around you who are craving your attention. So try not to get lost in your own head and in your own world. And pay attention to the people around you, whether it's your children, your significant other, working very hard too. And we forget we're hitting the pavement every day, trying to make that dollar. And we're thinking we're doing a good thing because we're keeping a roof over our people's heads, our families' heads, and putting food on the table. But we forget sometimes it's more than that. We need to give them a little hug, a little kiss on the forehead, sometimes a little conversation, a little smile, to acknowledge, like, look, I know you're here. Sometimes we need to say the things that might be hard for us to say, but we need to do it, right? We need to acknowledge that they exist and that we care. Sometimes then it makes the hustle easier for us, them understanding, right? So here we are, we arrive at the Nine of Cups, signifies emotional fulfillment and satisfaction with oneself. It's a card of contentment and enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? Especially in matters of the heart. In this context, in this reading, it indicates that the emotional journey that you're on and spiritual journey, because you are on a spiritual journey also, is leading to a place of happiness and fulfillment. So congratulations to you. And here we are at the Fool. The Fool is the first card of the Major Arcana and represents new beginnings, right? Our journey, our new beginnings. Taking risk and embarking on a journey without a clear path is what he's doing. That's what, right. He's just, I'll go where and end up where I'll go where I want to go and end up where I end up. Basically, is what the Fool is saying. It's a card of optimism and faith. It's suggesting that you should embrace the unknown. Sometimes the unknown might give us a bit of anxiety or fear, right? Like, oh my God, we have to think about something 50 million times before we do it. Don't do that. It'll stagnate you. You don't want to be stagnant. It take up too much time. We may miss opportunities. Okay, so do your board, write it down, your pros and cons, right? And weigh the pros and cons and move on. Don't sit there what ifs and creating negative things in your head. Okay, don't do that. Sometimes we might materialize those negative things. We don't want those things in our lives. All right, so we want to embrace the change. Know that the universe has your back. Okay, this is your journey. The universe has your back. This is why it's before you. It's not because you don't deserve it or it's, trying to trick you. The universe has your back. Just believe in yourself. All right. Approach your journey with an open mind and an open heart. And you'll arrive at the King of Wands, right? The Fool goes into a metamorphosis, basically. Your Fool here, your Fool card, from your Page of Pentacles to Hierophant, the Lovers, the Moon, the Cups, the Fool goes into a metamorphosis into the King of Wands. Suggests a promotion. Suggest a promotion from your current position, or a new beginning, a new job, something new that's just more money, or another position. It could be lateral, could not be lateral, but it's something different and it's better than where you are, right? It's a step up on this journey, on your journey, right? You become the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a card of confidence, a leadership, charisma, to inspire others. I think I told you that you're probably a mentor, teacher, a leader. So here you are. I mean, even a parent, right? You don't have to be a teacher or a mentor, just a parent in general. Suggest this. And it also suggests vision, creativity, in a sense, right? Suggests you have the power and the charisma to inspire others, like I said, and achieve your goals in the context of this reading. It could indicate that you have the ability to lead yourself or others through the growth process, mentor, friendship, leadership, even a parent, or even if you aren't an uncle, right? We have an impact on our family, extended family also. It also leads to your spiritual. It also suggests you bring into account also your spiritual journey that you're on. It suggests a spiritual, emotional and spiritual transformation with courage and determination. Okay, together, all these cards suggest a journey of emotional and spiritual exploration, right? And transformation, I must add. You are at a crossroads. Faced with choices that require you to trust your instincts, embrace the unknown. The journey is filled with potential, as you can see here, for growth, fulfillment, and discovery of your deeper truths. Learn, know yourself, understand who you are, understand what makes you wake up every single morning and continue to live and continue through this life. Do it with confidence, an open heart. Okay. Try not to be negative. You can navigate this path that you're on and find a fulfillment and meaning that you're seeking, because you are. Okay. That is your reading, stack 2. I'm going to pull a energy card for you also. Nature. Nurture others and you'll find yourself. Wow. Okay, so that's basically what he was saying, right? With the mentorship, nurture, mentoring, right? Teaching, helping others to grow. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, stack 3. We have the 10 of Wands. King of Cups. The Knight of Swords. The 8. Strength. It's card 8 in the deck. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. And the King of Pentacles. Sorry about the space, guys. I'll sort it out next time. So the 10 of Wands here in this reading. Remember, these cards is a story. It's a story of your journey, of the journey that you're on, right? This is your journey, stack 3. And the 10 of Wands, you've chosen a path, shows that you chose a path less traveled. Yeah, I know how that feels. And, that's good. It builds character. You're a hard worker, for sure. The 10 of Wands indicate a heavy burden that's on you. It's on your shoulders, on your mind. Right? Or feeling of overwhelm. You're overwhelmed by responsibilities. The card also suggests that someone is carrying a lot. That someone is carrying a lot on their shoulders, whether it's you or someone around you. The card also suggests that that there's a possibility of stagnation because of the overwhelming feeling of a burden, right? Because we're going to be stuck in our heads just thinking about it. Like, try not to be overwhelmed by your situation. These cards suggest your journey. We're at what you're on right now is not where you're going to be for the rest of your life. It is just a journey. Your point A, your point B. This is your journey. This doesn't matter. This is just a noise, right? It's just a noise. Like you're going to you're getting in your car. That's from wherever your car is, home or work. You're going to the supermarket. That's your end point. Your point B. You're driving to your point B. There's crazy people in the street. They're blowing their horn. There's rocks. Whatever. It's a nuisance, right? It's just a nuisance. But you get to your point B. It might take you 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, or you whatever. You get to your point B. Why? Because that's your destination. It's in your mind. That's where you're going. This this is just noise. Okay. It just shows a lack of also the burden is coming from a lack of support. You feel like you're just not supported by the people around you. It could be even at work that you feel like you don't have the support by your people who should be supporting you, which like your supervisors or the higher ups, even some of your coworkers. They think they support you, but they really don't, because they're really looking out for themselves. So there, I will say, watch your back there. Be smart. Don't discuss other coworkers with other coworkers or your boss. Keep all those things in your head, tightly wrapped inside of your own head. Okay. But know that you've learned or is learning from your failures, and you're determined to finish what you've started. Okay. The King of, and here you move into the King of Cups, right? Because like I said, these cards is showing your journey. It depicts your journey. That's all it is. It's like a map, right, of your journey. That's why I say this reading may not resonate now, but it will resonate. Because the spiritual realm, there's no time. Time does not exist. We can't say, well, look, universe, I want this tomorrow. You could probably materialize it, but it materializes. The things has to align. There's certain events that have to align, things that we must go through in life. There's things we must learn in order to continue to our next point in our life. Okay. The King of Cups is all about balance. Balance relationship with others, significant other, friends, family, co-workers. It's a love card, also love and commitment. And it depicts emotional mastery, as you can see, sitting there and very confident in himself, and empathy. Have empathy with others. Don't I know these days it's so hard to empathize with others, what others is going through. A lot of people, I notice that now in this time, people are so disconnected from each other, right? Try not to be one of those people. I know it's hard with the burden, the overwhelming burden and heaviness on your shoulder. You're like, well, I don't have time to worry about other people. No, we don't need to worry about other people's problems, but show them a little humanity, okay? With a smile or a little pat on the back and say, hey, if you want to talk, I'll be there. I'll listen to you. Sometimes that's all the person needs, is a little acknowledgement that they exist, and they're not the only ones living in a world that's shattering, sometimes that's where others, where they are in their lives, right? Um, the King of Cups is in control of of his emotions and can offer comfort and understanding to others. The card also it suggests emotional balance and compassion. That's something that a lot of people these days don't have. Compassion. Have compassion in a situation. It's telling you have compassion. As you can see, his posture is rigid. It's not rigid, but relaxed. We suggest go with the flow. Okay. And then you move into the Knight of Swords. This is your someone younger than you. The card indicates it's either you or you are younger or than your significant other or vice versa. The Knight of Cups also is an energetic, depicts an energetic person who's associated with action. It's just the person may be young, full of energy, and just wants to go, 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 go. When they're young, you have that energy, you can just rule the world, right? This is the energy this person has. So I can do anything. I own this world, I own my world. It suggests it's someone who does not wait to be told what to do, okay? Or wait for others to act first. They take control. This person is very proactive, whether it's you or someone else. This person is very proactive. Sometimes the King of Cups maybe makes up maybe a bit irritated. King of Cups may be irritated by the Knight of Swords. Because the Knight of might be a bit, the King of Cups might be a bit indecisive. Decisiveness. And sometimes impulsive, the Knight of Swords. The King of Cups is irritated by the Knight of Swords impulsiveness. That's because the Knight of Cups is older than the King. The King of Cups is older than the Knight of Swords. And sometimes the impulsiveness, it's a bit irritating because the King of Cups takes his time and weighs pros and cons and to make the right decisions. It also suggests quick decisions and being made, which might be necessary, but could also lead to potential mishaps, right? Because we're not thinking things through. We're just being impulsive and just doing things as they, as our idea pop into the Knight of Swords head. They're just doing it, not thinking about it, thinking about the repercussions later on. It's just not balanced, and the missteps will happen if it's not balanced with careful thought. Okay, which moves into the Strength, which shows courage and compassion, which represents courage and compassion. And the ability to overcome challenges through inner strength and patience, most of all, right? God knows you gotta If you're the King of Cups, you gotta have patience with this Knight of Swords. Also, it suggests that you have the resilience to handle difficult situations, right? And the gentleness and the gentleness and compassion that you've learned or will learn or is learning can be a powerful tool for you. And because of your strength comes the card of material abundance, which is the 10 of Pentacles, right? Like I said, these cards depict your journey, your life journey. And the 10 of Pentacles represent a material abundance. I mean, the 10 of Pentacles is an amazing card, right? It's like you start off at the page of Pentacles and you're moving on, and you want to get that 10 of Pentacles. That shows it's a payoff of your hard work. Represent material abundance, legacy, long-term benefits of hard work. It indicates a secure and prosperous future for you, often achieved through family or community connections. All that is needed to be achieved has been achieved. Wow. On its way to be achieved. On its way to be achieved. So congratulations to you. Stack 3. Moving on to the Knight of Wands. Signifies perseverance and resilience, right? Your journey. This is where you are. In the face of adversity, it suggests that you have faced many challenges and is now near a breakthrough and must maintain your resolve despite all. I mean, you're doing well, right? And then you arrive as your King of Pentacles. Wow. This is your authority figure. An individual could be you. Promotion, this is your end goal, where you want to be, CEO, president, business owner, principal, right? Even, I don't know, politics, a leader, an individual practicality, stability, and financial security. This your journey. This is where you're ending up. This is where you are, your point B, or your next point in your life. I suggest you're grounded and responsible approach to material matters or matters of finances, often indicated someone who is a provider. You're a creator, you're a builder of things, right? You take control. Together, these cards might suggest a situation where someone is managing a heavy load. Of responsibility, the 10 of Wands, while dealing with emotional challenges that require empathy and understanding. The King of Cups. The Knight of Swords indicates that swift action are being taken. So you're learning from your experiences, and you're making changes. You're making and failures, right? You're learning from your experience with your failures, and you're making the necessary change that's going to lead you to your 10 of Pentacles, to your Pentacles, right? So that you're taking the action leading to balance and resilience, right? And the cards is also saying have patience. which is suggested by the Strength card, right? The Ten of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles point to stability. And a strong foundation. Likely, you're going to build this over time. Obviously, unless you win the lottery, it's, or have really a good insight on investments. It will take some time. Okay, it's not something that happens overnight. We have to build it because we have to get there mentally. Overall, the card suggests a complex situation. You're dealing with emotional, spiritual, and challenges, practical challenges, but it's not something that is going to hold you down. You might stagnate a little bit, might, bump your knee or even your head, but you're getting through it. You're going to get through it. You're going to get through the challenges. Challenges, it will build your strength and your personality. But do it with compassion and courage, please. Okay, that is your reading, stack 3. I'm going to pull an energy card for you just to top off the reading. Just hold on a sec. Cards fell. Okay. Some people ask while I'm shuffling why I wear gloves. I'll explain to you. I deal in energy. I've been this way since I was young. I know you hear a lot of people, they tell you that. I'm different. I'm not like everybody else. Sometimes I would do a reading for people, or someone may call and ask me a question, and I may not, believe it or not, it's really weird. I can actually pick up on energy from people around others. So if I'm doing a collective reading and I don't want my own energy or people I have come in contact to disrupt or influence it, I should say, the readings. So I wear gloves. Okay? Release. Release past burdens and embrace new beginnings. You can't make this up. I shuffled the cards in front of you. This is just an amazing, amazing reading, an amazing journey that you're on, stack 3. I want to thank everybody for stopping by today. I really appreciate your visit, and please look out for the other readings. I have a lot of things going on in my life also, so I'm trying to get back into getting them done as much as I can. I will be doing November 2025 pretty soon. So thank you again, everyone. Enjoy your week, and see you again. Bye.